Welcome back to Manor and Maker, where we had an amazing week hosting a bespoke Chateau experience for a bunch of Irish makers who crochet. We cooked, they crocheted, dined, and laughed, and we'll be back next year. And now it's time to get back to working on the front doors.
Now that our retreat guests are gone, it is time to get back to the doors. So I'm going to get these doors off the hinges and we'll start stripping all of the paint, the old paint that's off this. Obviously, we got to get the inserts back out and then take some of the hardware off as well. And then we can actually start getting the paint off of these doors. For anybody who's wondering about the shutters, there's been a delay in the paint coming, which is why we haven't gone any further with that right now. We're hoping that the paint will be here this week and then we can get on to painting those. But that's the way it goes. We do have paint, however, for the doors. So I think we can go ahead and start stripping the old paint off and get that ready to go. You can see that there is quite a bit of damage and wear that's on these doors. So once we sand down, get all the paint off of here, then we can start taking a look at repairing some of this wood. But yes, there's lots of little bits that we need to repair before we repaint. As we move on to doing the doors and getting them all nice and attractive for the front of the chateau, obviously I need to go through the same process we did with the shutters, which is sanding things down, getting all this old paint off there, and then prepping the wood so that we can get it painted. And you know, I've done a bunch of things in my past. I think I'm a relatively handy guy, but you can never have too much information. So I decided to see whether there was some advice online for me to find out about, you know, techniques for using orbital sanders, for, you know, which sanding blocks to use first and that sort of thing. And as you can well imagine, there is a lot of advice on the internet. However, I did find an amazing resource in the Woodworkers Guild of America. They have also kindly offered to sponsor this video for us. They have these wonderful short videos that just give you perfect information, simplified down, you know, everything from being able to, you know, navigate the store when you're buying an orbital sander, to, you know, picking the right grit of paper to start with and how to work your way up from that. So what I'm going to do is first start with a 40 grit sandpaper and start really tearing off this old paint. Then we've got a bunch of repair work to do. So we've got all sorts of cracks in the front of this wood. And I watched a great video on that one that has some simple advice for filling in those gaps. And all of that is available on the Woodworkers Guild of America. Highly recommend them. It's a really great resource. It's professionals who, you know, make it really accessible to anybody who needs this kind of advice. And I'll certainly be going back there again as we continue working on projects for the Chateau.
After Steve showed me this really cool trick that he found on Woodworkers Guild of America, I went searching on the website, and there is so much good stuff. I'm so excited to find an online resource with the right ideas and information, and this maker community that obviously fits in with what we do so much. I love that there's instructions from all levels, so whether you're a beginning maker or later on. I mean, for me, woodworking is a thing that I'm just getting into and I'm just discovering as we thrift and we need to repair furniture. There's a lot of really reliable information on here, and I'm excited to dig in deeper.
You have your rip cutting blade, your cross cutting blade, and your combination blade. Each blade has 5 different parts.
Part of what's cool as you build something is the process as you go along the way. But you can't beat those last couple steps. One of them is getting the finish on.
If you're like us and always on the lookout for fresh ideas and solid woodworking advice, you'll definitely want to check out the Woodworkers Guild of America. They have great online content already, and they're constantly putting out new premium videos with expert instructors who walk you through the project step by step. Super practical, super inspiring, and a great way to keep learning. The first 1,000 of you to click on the link in the video description will get a full year of premium membership to Woodworkers Guild of America for only $1.49. It's valid for new members only. All right, back to Steve painting the doors and his baking soda trick coming up in a few minutes.
right. Well, now that we've got all the paint off of this, we can have a good look at what the wood is looking like. And it's in really good shape by the looks of it. I'd say it's pretty solid. Obviously, there's some cracks to be filled and things like that, but I'm pretty happy with the shape that it's in. All right, well, in case you can't tell, I have been sanding for hours now, it seems. I think I'm gonna have to leave it for today, which does mean I gotta get these 2 doors back in to the frame, because obviously we can't leave this wide gap in the in the chateau overnight. But yeah, a good day's worth of work, and let's put these back in, and we'll get back to them tomorrow. So now that I can see where all the wood, where all the holes and things are, it's time to fill them. So I've got myself some wood filler, and I'm just going to fill in the larger sections of the door and get it ready so that we can prep it and paint it. Very excited. There was a lot of sanding, and I'm very glad that the sanding's done. I am definitely going to have to replace the putty that's in the windows here, and there is some silicone here that really should come out and be done with the proper putty. Good news, we're on the home stretch of getting these doors done. So all the filler has been finished. I've done re-puttying on the windows. Now I just need to give it a light sanding so that it gets all of the rough edges off with a finer sandpaper, and then we should be able to paint them. And that's really exciting. I can finally see the results of all this work. There we go, first coat on. I think it's definitely going to require a second coat, but that went on really nice and smooth. It's such a wonderful paint to work with. When I was looking at the Woodworkers Guild of America website, one thing that I was particularly looking for is help in fixing little spots like this. We've got a knot here that's got, some cracking around it, and I need to fill that in. And they actually had a really interesting solution for that just involved some baking soda, and super glue, or CA glue. And apparently you just add this into the cracks, drop some of that on it, sand it down, and it's good to go. It's particularly good if it's a surface that's going to be painted. Obviously, if it was a wood stain, you don't want that, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how it works. That worked amazingly well. I gave it a bit of a sand and it is a super smooth surface. It feels like everything is well intact now and closed up that hole. So I should be able to just paint right over that and away we go. Great tip. Definitely using that one again.
Beautiful day for a bit of painting.
Yep, getting down to the final bits.
Oh, we're doing the inside now. It looks so good, honey.
Yeah,
You so happy?
I am.
Yeah.
This is coat number 1. So second coat. Hopefully we've got just enough paint to do the second coat because it's getting pretty tight. But yeah, no, I think this is gonna really transform the look.
Oh, I'm so pleased already having seen the front version.
Yeah.
Now the back all cleaned up without the flaking paint coming off. It's a small thing, but it's a big thing, right?
Yeah. Well, even filling in all the cracks as well.
Yeah.
That were in the wood, it just looked old.
Yeah.
And this is just going to make it look very, very clean and new and fresh. And yeah, I look forward to seeing it all put together.
It's going to be awesome. Last step.
Last step. Get these back in.
Everything looks so clean and nice. I'm so excited.
And for the first time, the details and the door are the same color.
What? What a crazy idea.
It's very exciting.
Yay.
You have to picture that with a brass handle.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
How's that looking?
It looks amazing, don't you think?
Yeah, what a refresh.
Good job, honey. You did good. Very big improvement from the faded green that was on there. Looks so nice and clean.
Yeah, and when we get the shutters, the blue shutters, I think it's going to be really
Paint the
bold.
transom, get the new handles on. Woo, baby.
Yes. Still lots of work to do.
Of course.
In other words.
Yeah.
It's
Always.
okay. We're well underway. That was a big one. Getting
That
the
was
doors
really
done.
big, yeah. So much better.
Awesome.
Good job. Oh, look who it is.
Oh, any excuse to show off, right?
It's my mum. I know a lot of you will remember Dee. This is my mum, Dee. And she's coming bearing gifts.
Well, every time I come, I like to try and bring little trinkets of things, like a pin or something I'm not using. This I've had for a long time, haven't worn, and Sarah and Steve have an upcoming event. So be prepared for that. And it's going to be a costumed event with other perhaps people involved. And
Members,
this,
you might want to check out your comments.
we thought, might work for part of a costume.
Oh my God, it
And
would
look
be
at-
perfect.
It's velvet on one side, and look at the thing, and it's nice and long, and warm. There.
Fabulous, mummy. I think you need to wear it. Okay, so if we're gonna style it, so drape it over your forearms, but let it fall down your back a little bit.
Oh,
Just
just
off
that?
the, perfect, right like that. Now do a spin. And if this evokes a certain era for people, they might know where we're heading with this.
Hint, hint.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, so you're gonna help me do some sewing. because I've set a ridiculous schedule for a bunch of things while you're here, and our sister Lisa's coming, and we've got Airbnb guests coming, and of course, you know, it's fine. Everything's fine. We'll get it all done, right?
I'm going to have a tea. I'm feeling faint from all that.
You might need more than tea. I might have to lace it with something to keep you going. Good work, Mummy. Mama, you're here.
I am very happily here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Smooth trip from Bordeaux.
Well, therein lies a story, but that's probably for another time.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be here. And the nice thing was, even within a day or two being in the market, I saw people that I knew before that said hello. So it feels like coming home. So it's lovely.
That's so
We love our community. It's a great group of people that we've got to know here.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
All right.
Other than that, that's about it for this week. Great job on the doors, my last.
Very happy with those. I'm finally got that the doors done to a standard that I've been hoping for quite some time now.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
of course the shutters. We're really hoping that the paint will be here soon.
Hope so.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a long time since we ordered it, but you know.
I'm sure it will be here in time for the reading retreat that we are running in September.
Yes.
So if anyone is just looking for an excuse to just get away, if you've got a stack of books or a to-be-read list that has been staring you in the face and you've had no time and no capacity to process it, we are here for you. Come and have a week to just read, enjoy the gourmet food of Celle Hospitalité, enjoy some local Bordeaux wine, and just be quiet in the chateau. Wouldn't that be nice, Mummy?
I can vouch for that because I've read a book since I got here.
Yeah.
I've started my second already. So
There you go.
yeah.
The retreat is called Pages, Plates, and Pours.
Yeah.
It's really just to give you guys time to come and enjoy the beautiful surroundings, read all those books that you've been dying to read, enjoy wonderful food, and drink wonderful wine. But on top of that, there's a whole lot of other retreats that are available on our website. We've got Elska's wonderful retreat coming up, Lens and Light. We've also got a couple of great weekends, artist weekends coming up for watercolor and pastel. What else is going on? We've got the ladies coming back from Canada for the Creative Awakenings. That's always a good time.
Yeah, if you've been thinking about moving to France, we're running another one of those sessions.
Yeah, so all sorts of stuff. So please go to the website, manorandmaker.com. Check out the event section, and you'll see all of the wonderful things that we're offering this summer. And as we've said before, you know, if you just want to grab a bunch of friends and come on over and, you know, experience the chateau, get immersed in whatever the geeky passion it is that you're into.
Shout out to Teresa and her crochet people. It was a wonderful week. Thank you.
Really great time. We are absolutely there for you guys. We're available on Airbnb, but you can book directly with us too. Just send us an email through the website, and we'd be happy to make an arrangement for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Other than that, we are madly working away on a secret project that we've let the members in on.
Yes. I'm exhausted already.
You are, yes, exactly. But we'll do a reveal of that soon enough, or perhaps on another channel there will be a reveal.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be great fun.
Yeah.
We got all sorts of stuff coming, and as always, hit that likes and subscribe button.
Yes,
it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And if you guys are interested, we do have a Patreon account, and we thank all of our wonderful patrons. They've been amazing, really helping us move some projects along. Everything from doing the doors to the bigger projects that we have planned for the future. So we really appreciate our patrons, and if anybody else wants to jump in, you can find us at patreon.com.
That's about it, I think.
Yeah.
We're off to the market again, Mummy?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
All right. Or maybe it's time for an apéro. Is it time for an apéro?
I like that.
I think that would be delightful.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you next week.